You believe you are in control. You believe that your decisions, the career you chose, the partner you trust, the investments you make, are the product of a rational, calculated mind. But you are living a lie. Robert Greene, the master of power and human strategy, suggests that we are all walking puppets, dancing to the strings of ancient, primal emotions we don't even realize exist. We believe we are seeing the world as it is, but in reality, we are only seeing our own shadows projected onto others. Welcome to the most dangerous game in existence, the Great Masquerade. Before we strip away the masks and reveal the raw, often terrifying mechanics of the human animal, you must decide, are you ready to stop being a victim of your own nature? If you seek the mastery that only the elite 1% possess, you belong here. Subscribe to Vested Network now and turn the notification bell on. Because once this veil is lifted, there is no going back to the comfort of your ignorance. The first and most lethal law is the law of irrationality. Most people spend their lives convinced they are rational. They point at their degrees, their logic, and their plans. But Greene argues that rationality is not a birthright. It is a hard-won victory that most people never achieve. Our brains are wired for a world that no longer exists, a world of survival, fear, and tribal aggression. Think of your mind as a rider on a giant, wild elephant. The rider represents your reason, and the elephant represents your emotions. You believe you are steering, but if the elephant smells fear or sees something it desires, it will charge. And you? You will simply spend the rest of the day inventing, logical, reasons why you wanted to charge in the first place. This is why smart people make catastrophic financial decisions. This is why powerful empires crumble from within. They aren't defeated by external enemies. They are sabotaged by the emotional ghosts of their own past. To master the laws of human nature, you must first become a scientist of your own moods. You must learn to observe your feelings like they are passing clouds, rather than letting them become the sky you live under. We are all narcissists, every single one of us. This isn't an insult, it's a biological fact. From the moment we are born, our primary focus is our own survival, our own ego, and our own story. But there is a spectrum. On one end there is healthy narcissism, the self-esteem that allows us to function. On the other end there is the deep narcissist, the person who sees others not as humans, but as tools or reflections of themselves. The danger in your life isn't the person who hates you openly. It's the person who loves you only as long as you serve their reflection. Greene warns that if you cannot identify the deep narcissist in your circle, they will drain your energy, steal your ideas, and leave you as a hollow shell. But how do you spot a master of disguise? How do you see through the smile of a predator? The secret isn't in what they say. It's in the micro-leaks of their character that occur when they think you aren't looking. Understanding irrationality and narcissism is just the beginning. It's like learning to read the map of a minefield. But there is a law even more dark, a law that governs the parts of yourself you've tried to bury since childhood. Robert Greene calls it the law of role-playing. You think you know your friends. You think you know your family. But everyone is playing a role. Everyone has a shadow, a dark twin that carries their forbidden desires, their secret rages, and their true intentions. What if I told you that the person you trust most is currently wearing a mask specifically designed to manipulate your deepest insecurity? And more importantly, what if I told you that you are doing the exact same thing to them without even knowing it? In the next part of this breakdown, we are going to open the door to the shadow. We will learn how to read the body language that people cannot faking, and how to use the art of seduction to gain influence in a world of wolves. But I must warn you, once you learn how to see the shadow in others, you will start seeing it in the mirror. Are you prepared to meet your true self? Stay tuned, because the mask is about to slip. Robert Greene drops a cold truth that shatters our modern obsession with being authentic. He says, the world is a theater, and sincerity is a dangerous strategy. Think about it. We are taught from childhood to be honest, to show our true selves. those who have mastered the art of the social mask. They don't show their true intentions, they show the face that the situation requires. But here is the danger. Most people become prisoners of their own masks. They forget they are acting. To be a master of human nature, you must remain emotionally detached. You must watch the play from the balcony while you are performing on the stage. You must learn to read the scripts others are following. Because when you know the role someone is playing, you can predict their next move before they even think of it. Words are a smokescreen. People lie with their tongues every second of the day. But their bodies? The body is a traitor to the ego. Greene teaches us that humans have a second language, a nonverbal stream of information that never stops. If you want to know what someone truly thinks of you, ignore their praise. Instead, look at the corners of their eyes when they smile. Look at the direction of their feet when they talk to you. Look at the micro-tension in their jaw when you mention your success. This is the law of compulsive behavior. People cannot help but repeat their character traits. If someone betrayed a friend 10 years ago, they will eventually betray you. Not because they are evil, but because they are slaves to their own patterns. Your job is not to change them. Your job is to observe them like a biologist studying a predator in the wild. When you master the art of reading the unspoken, you gain a form of telepathy. You stop hearing what they say, and you start hearing what they mean. And in that moment, the power dynamic shifts entirely in your favor. Mastering the laws of human nature isn't about becoming a villain. It's about becoming a sovereign. It's about refusing to be a leaf blown around by the winds of other people's emotions. It's about looking into the mirror and realizing that your greatest enemy and your greatest ally is the person looking back at you. Robert Greene's philosophy is a cold shower for the soul. It wakes you up from the dream of common sense and forces you to see the world as a complex, beautiful, and dangerous ecosystem of egos. You have the map now. You understand the masquerade, the narcissism, and the theater of roles. But knowledge without application is just a more expensive form of failure. Tonight, I want you to look at one person in your life, just one, and stop listening to their words. Start watching their patterns. See the mask. Find the shadow. The 99% will watch this video and go back to being puppets. But you are now part of the 1% who sees the strings. Which role will you choose to play tomorrow? The choice, as always, is yours. I'll see you in the next breakdown of power. This is Vested Network. Class dismissed.